Well, good Saturday morning, everyone, and greetings once again from Radio Wasteland Records here in Midland, Michigan. It feels like I'm getting off to a little bit of a late start. I forgot to share the links back over to Facebook and to our X account, but they're there now. So if you're watching from either Facebook or X, welcome. Head over to the YouTube channel so you can actually watch better and make comments and do that type of thing. Hey, I hope your Saturday is off to a great start. I hope your holiday weekend is off to a great start. For many of you, it's a longer weekend. You get that extra day off on Monday. And, my day off's on Monday anyway. So, hey, no big deal, right? But we'll be here the rest of this weekend. I want to thank everybody, though. After yesterday afternoon, I had to close the store a little bit early. Went to a friend of the family, their wedding, a kid's wedding. Friends of the family, kids' wedding. I have to say plural because we know both of them. So we closed up. It was a late afternoon wedding. And I had to go get presentable, put on the tie, and I clean up pretty good. Kim's always looking good, but I clean up pretty good too. So, but thanks again for those of you who understood. And if you showed up yesterday and saw the sign, I'm here today, normal hours, and tomorrow normal hours. Monday closed, obviously, because that's our day off anyhow. But even if it were, we'd see we go. But Monday and Tuesday off as normal. Let us say a few quick hellos this morning. There's a lot of you out there, as 'tis the case. Always happy to see you guys hanging out on a Saturday morning, at least for a few minutes, to listen to me ramble on. Jennifer saying good morning. Good morning to you, as well as Paul. Good morning, sir. Thanks for being here. TC from TKR Video Central out on the East Coast. Good morning to you. And Brian saying good morning. Thanks for being here. Scott, good morning. Oh, man. All right, Scott's jumping on the stereo, so I'm not even going to mention that. I was going to mention that, Scott, so I'm not going to now, but yes, okay, it is. Mike, good morning in Chicago for a weekend's worth of concerts. Very cool. Enjoy the Windy City. Keep your head down. Let's see. Crispy Games. Love videos and got some vinyls. Cool. Got some vinyl on Friday. Always good to hear. Karen, happy Labor Day weekend to you. Thanks for being here. Betty in Toledo, sunny down there, good to know as well. And Ryan saying, hey. Ryan's asking, where is the Black Friday Record Store Day list? Not yet. I do have the Rocktober list, though, and we'll talk about that here in a couple of moments. Dave and Andrea, howdy from somewhere in Texas. And Popcorn, is that a little hot down there still? I know weather's been beautiful here in Midland, in Michigan, the past few days. I'm not going to complain. I like it when it gets a bit cool. And I'm still going to wear shorts, though. I'm not going to give up my shorts until probably November. We'll see what happens. But if you hear me saying I'm not wearing pants, that's what I mean. I'm not trying to be weird. I meant long pants. How's that? Okay, well, Scott took away my first announcement, so we won't even worry about that, Scott. You're all good to go. Labor Day, as we mentioned, coming up. Hopefully you can get out and enjoy it. One last barbecue. I know back to school has started for most folks already. And we'll go from there. I see Mike chiming in one more time asking if the Presidents of the United States is still available. It is, sir. I'll pull that and put your name on it. I have a few of these that go out, usually every Labor Day. I find a few of these here and there, and we save them up and put them out on the Labor Day weekend. So I've got a few in this vein of Pete Seeger and Chorus with the Almanac Singers talking union stuff in celebration of Labor Day. So there's a few of those out there. And if you want to check them out, look for our drop video from yesterday morning. You'll see it. Lots of good stuff in that drop video also, by the way. Very cool stuff. I put out pretty much the entire Journey catalog yesterday. For those of you that didn't see it, a few of them are gone. Few of the big ones are gone, but there's still a lot of other interesting ones kicking in there as well. So make sure you check out the drop video. Let's see. One other thing I wanted to mention as well. Ryan kind of jumped on that. No Black Friday list yet. Let's give that hopefully until end of September, early October. And we've been waiting for this one. The Rhino Record Company has released their new Rocktober list. This is a big slew of reissues that they put out each and every fall. They do one in January called Start Your Ear Off Right, but Rocktober's kind of cool. Start Your Ear Off Right's a little wordy, but Rocktober, clear, concise, to the point. Thank you, Rhino. It's a big list, and I'm not going to cover them all right here. I'll mention this on the new release show as well, But both Steve and I on our podcast, Two Guys Talking About Records, we will. Oops, hang on here. What am I doing? I'm pushing the incorrect buttons. On the podcast tomorrow, Steve and I are going to talk a little bit more in depth about the Rocktober list. So if you've seen it or if you've seen parts of it, make sure you tune in tomorrow evening when the podcast goes live, and we'll dive into the Rocktober list a lot more in depth. There's a Rush release on there this year, but I'll give my thoughts on that one because I don't think I'm going to get and or need or want it. Need versus want is another subject we covered in the podcast a couple of weeks ago too. But so yeah, look for the podcast, Two Guys Talking About Records. It's on our YouTube channel. It's on Spotify, Apple, iHeart, all the places that you want to get your podcast from. You can find that. And we will delve into the Rocktober list much more in depth on that episode tomorrow evening. Plus, Steve brought to my attention some interesting governmental related things for the record collecting communities that have to do with tariffs v. import fees versus customs, and it's not looking pretty. So we're going to talk about that on the podcast as well. But the big one being Rocktober. Make sure you tune in for that because there's a lot of cool stuff on that list. Okay. Let's see. A couple of other quick hellos in there. Robert saying hi, as well as Gary Doogie and company. Good morning to you. Thanks for being here. Okay, so big release yesterday, and I had to cut the day short. So there's still plenty of these things available. And I am talking about the brand new Sabrina Carpenter. People have been going berserk over this. I know that there were listening parties. We didn't do one this time around, but lots of other cool stuff happening with Sabrina Carpenter. And this is called Man's Best Friend, her new one. A lot of cool just buzz about this. So I think I've got 2 copies of the regular blue vinyl version. That's the standard version. And then I think I've got about 3 copies of the indie exclusive version left. Let me get my thumbnail. How's that? Okay. Thumbnails are supposed to be, So the Seafoam indie exclusive, I think they're the same as far as the contents go. I don't know if there's any goods in there, but they're a gatefold release. And then just because she has taken a page from the Taylor Swift handbook, no, she's not marrying a football player, but she has released multiple variants of this album as well. World is stopping because of that other announcement, isn't it? I think I read that there's like 9 variants of this thing. Originally, they only made these 2 available for us, the blue vinyl and the indie exclusive Seafoam. But then they all of a sudden said, hey, there's a pink vinyl version with an alternate cover coming. So I'm going to have that in a couple weeks. We'll get that one. I've got some of that version reserved if you need to collect each and every one of those new Sabrina Carpenters. Other reissues that released yesterday, Motorhead, No Sleep Till Hammersmith, their definitive live album, and is celebrating the 50 years of Motorhead. Their slogan here is 50 years louder, 1975 through 25, Motorhead. So yeah, this is the live one. All their cool stuff on there. And they also reissued another live one. I did not get a copy of that. I forget what that was, but I did get the Motorhead compilation, No Remorse. And so I think I've got a couple copies of this. This is on red and black splatter vinyl, includes a poster. It's got all their big hits on it, so you can grab one of those if you are a Motorhead fan, 2 of them in. Other reissues, some very cool stuff. Not one of the high-fidelity reissues. This one would have made a good high-fidelity reissue, by the way, but they did not do this. I think this is still, I don't know if this is AMN, Abbey Road half mastering. It is a half-speed master, though, so it's going to sound great. Crime of the Century from Supertramp on 180 gram black vinyl, but half-speed mastered at Abbey Road Studios. This is a good one. I don't know, maybe they'll get around to doing a heavier duty new reissue of that. Picked up a copy of Funkadelic, the Essential, as the hype sticker says, reissued series from ORG Music, a classic Westbound masters restored and remastered with care. So you can experience the Funkadelic's groundbreaking 70 debut in its full cosmic glory. Ultra Violet Colored Vinyl Edition Violet. So it's Violet Colored Vinyl Violet from Funkadelic. One copy of that. I should be able to get more if we need to. Okay, this is a fun one. reissued the 50th anniversary of the Monty Python. I have to get this right. It is the album of the soundtrack of the trailer of the film of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. This one coming on gold colored vinyl. It's being called the Senior Executive Edition, by the way. So I think that this has got some extra stuff on there. It's dialogue from the movie as well as songs from the movie, featuring the Ballad of King Arthur, the Ballad of the Towering Inferno, the Ballad of Herbie Rides Again, the Ballad of Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia, the Ballad of Sir Kenneth Clark, and the Ballad of the Greater London redevelopment planned for Herondry. Fun stuff from Monty Python. One copy of this left. I should be able to get more if needed, but one went out the door yesterday. Other ones back in stock of recent issues. I've got another copy of the Black Keys, colored vinyl, No Rain, No Flowers. The Who, live at the Oval, 1971. The black vinyl version, double LP. The Who in all of their 1970s glory. Keith Moon included on that. All their good stuff. This was an interesting one. I've been waiting on this. Speaking of high fidelity, this is a reissue of Argus from Wishbone Ash. Let's see here. The Analog Productions. So these guys are up there with MoFi as far as their repressings go. They've turned Argus, which is just, you can call it psych rock. It's just decent rock. This is a great album. I've got an original copy of this. And this one should sound fantastic from Analog Productions. But be forewarned, they turned it into a double LP and cut them at 45 RPM, meaning that it's going to go by kind of twice as fast. But they did that for audiophile purposes. So they wanted to make this thing sound absolutely fantastic. The other side of this is anything from Analog Productions like MoFi is going to come at a price tag. This one sits at $75. Super limited edition, though. And this is the only other I had two. One was in order, so we'll grade. Yeah, it looks like Darth Vader. I see that. But it's not. I think that's why that album's so popular. But check it out. A little more expensive, but it's going to be very limited, and I just have the one copy. Don't know if I can get more, but we'll try. Okay, looking at my time very quickly, some other restocks. I picked up another Jelly Roll, Ballads of the Broken, because I felt like listening to my copies. Those of you who followed the store for a long time know that I don't play anything in the store that I don't have a copy to sell. So when I'm listening and I want to listen to some of my records, I have to make sure that I have at least a reissue of them to listen to or to put up in the store, because ultimately somebody says, hey, that's cool. Can I get that? And I'm like, you can't have my copy. So over the next week, I'll be spinning my copies of Living Color Vivid. I got a couple of copies of that. The Live, Throwing Copper. What a fantastic album this is. This particular version is a 25th anniversary. It's got 3 bonus songs, in addition to Selling the Drama, Lightning Crashes, and I Alone. Don't forget Freaks on there, you little... and the Violent Femmes, their self-titled debut album. I'll be spinning mine in here. And this one I've already spun. I just saw this. This is an album from a group called The Wedding Present, and the album is Bizarro, a 35th anniversary edition. Some very cool Brit alternative. I'm not going to call this jangle pop, Steve, but it's going to be college radio alternative post-punk from The Wedding Present. And I'll be listening to my copy here today, but I do have that. If you want to look up The Wedding Present, it's just some great stuff. Whew. Okay. There we go, folks. A lot of stuff going on here at the store with the vinyl coming in and going. Let's go back to the YouTube comments. Mr. DK in GB, good morning, sir. Thank you for being here. Steve is speaking of Steve. We love how the government makes our lives easier. Yeah, Steve and I will be talking about this shipping conundrum for record collectors, especially again tomorrow on the podcast. Let's see. Saturday Records on Discogs. Good morning to you. It is Saturday, and there's Records here. Thanks for being here. Ryan, checking out with Steve. He loved the last video about 80 Psych. Okay, so these guys are talking about Steve's channel. Jim, he has a list. All right, yep, I'm going to work on that list for you, Ryan. And Steve, I'm sure appreciates your viewership there. And yeah, Saturday said Vader. Nope. Budman checks in that Analog Productions is totally worth the money, and they always sound amazing. I'm trying to think if I've got an Analog Productions in my collection. I have to go back and look, but I've had some in the store before, and I'll tell you what, they do sound fantastic. Up there, like I said, with Movi. Stanley says hi. Hi, Stanley. Sir, checking in. And Dave and Andrea. Yep, Texas weather. Pants optional. Short pants. How's that? We'll leave it at there. No, short pants are required. Pants are optional. Long ones, at least. Okay. Labor Day upon us. I'm going to go get the store doors opened up, the turntable spinning, and I'm going to start with The Wedding Present because I love that album. And check it out online. Seriously, it's some good stuff. Let's see. I am in Florida. Crispy Games. Florida. Crispy Games. Thank you. Okay. Clearing that up. Let's see here. Okay. I lost my track and train of thought here. Looks like we got some folks getting ready to come in. We are opening the doors up. Going to be here today, Saturday, from now until 4 p.m. and then tomorrow, Sunday, from 12 noon until 4 p.m. Closed on Monday anyhow, but it's Labor Day, so we'll be closed. And Tuesday, back at it Wednesday. Don't forget the new release show. I'm going to try to get to it coming up later. There is some Spinal Tap in the upcoming. They're reissuing the Spinal Tap original soundtrack album. And I meant to talk about this. I know I'm going long, Kim. Sorry about that. This album cover from Sabrina Carpenter. Sure, they can do this now in 2025, but back when Spinal Tap tried to release Smell the Glove, same concept cover, they get banned. What gives? All right, folks. You all have a great week. Enjoy the holiday. Stay safe out there if you're traveling. And we will talk to you live next time from Radio Wasteland Records. Thanks again for being here.